late and I'm sorry. I was doing things, and so yeah, that's why I'm late. I was working on some of the stuff for the baby shower, and so I got caught up in it and I lost track of time. So that's what happened. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Good morning, Colleen. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Thank you for kicking the live out there. Appreciate it very much. Good morning, Wing. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Hockey. Good morning to you as well. Good morning. Miss Darla. Good morning, Miss Darla. Let's see. There's your bush buddy. Selena, good morning. Good morning. Spend a lot of time, right? She says both. Okay, let's see. I can't type with wet fingernails. Ooh, did you paint your nails, girl? Ooh, I want to see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I think when you give yourself a manicure, right? And then you after the manicure, you just put the polish on. It's just the icing on the cake. It's the little cherry on top. You take care of your nails, and then you put that little bit of pop of color, and it just makes you feel pretty, right? Yes. Won't be grounded. It's a good cause. Won't be grounded. What is that? What did I miss? Okay. Okay, let's get to it. We are going to get to it. So I'm going to pray because I got a full day. I'm going to pray. I have to get packages to the post office before I go live today. I still have to get ready for today. And so, yeah, there's some things. But anyhow. Of why I'm late. Yes. All right, so let's pray, and then we will get started. Lord, we want to thank you for this day. We ask that you would just go before it, Lord, that you would meet the needs of your people, Lord, in ways that we can't even imagine. Lord, you always like to show up and show off, and that way all the glory is yours. And so, Lord, I do pray that for each one of us here that has a need of whatever sort it may be, that you would just meet us right where we're at. And Lord, that you would just put your peace upon us if we have to wait for answers, or if we're looking for answers, whether it's health related, finances, relational, whatever it may be, Lord. Help us to just be patient and be still, and to trust that no matter what's going on and how crazy it might seem, you're still in charge and you haven't lost control. And so help us to find peace in that. Lord, I do pray that you put your hedge of protection around the group, Lord, and that you would keep everybody safe, that, Lord, that nobody would be attacked verbally, emotionally, by anywhere. And so, Lord, I do pray that you keep that around our group. Lord, I do pray that you encourage each one here to continue to dive into your word, and that by doing so, they grow closer to you. And so, Lord, I do pray that you give us understanding today. Help us to comprehend the things that we read in your word. Help us to apply them to ourselves before we share them out with other people. And Lord, help us not to go out just running our mouth, but help us to wait for your prompting to speak the words that you have put into us. And so, Lord, I do pray that you guard our mouths, you guard our hearts, and you guard our minds, and also the things that we put our hands to, and that all of those things would bring you honor and glory. So, Lord, we thank you and we praise you for all that you give, all that you provide each and every day so faithfully. And I thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Amen. Sarita, good morning. Good morning. You finally made it. Okay, let's see. Hello. Cool Gamer, welcome in. It's good to see you. Let's see. Lisa D, good morning. Kathy Sweet, good morning. I see you. I hope you're feeling a little better today. I hope they're figuring some things out for you, girl. The Lord was with me all day yesterday. I felt him extra. Aww, that's amazing. You know those moments where you start to like lose it and you stop? It's those moments where you stop. A lot of times we lose it and we don't stop. But we stop and we're like, okay, Lord, this is not good. I'm being very bad right now. Even if it's just in your mind, right? You're thinking these things like, and you're like, okay, I need you to take this away from me because I don't want to be like this. I'm trying to not be ugly or let the ugly out. And then the next thing you know, how would you say? A calmness will come about you. It's almost like you're icky and you're ugly until you ask to not be ugly, right? Like, do what I can't do, right? Do what I can't do. Help me because I am helpless, right? All right, we are January 8th, the 8th, and let's see what we have on the 8th. Oh, I like this one. Let's see what this one has to say. I just like the title. This one says, don't be lame. And it's probably talking about not being able to walk, but I'm talking about being dumb. Don't be lame. That's why I like what it says. Play on words for me. All right. We're going to be in John chapter 5 today. So I read the whole chapter of chapter 5. Luke. Okay, here we go. Yeah, a little silly today, probably. Just a little bit. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have to show you my beautiful cup that Wing had sent me. Look at this. Pray, wait, and trust. And I will tell you, I don't care for Ray Dunn because it's usually a wonky lip. But Wing, you're amazing because this is a completely round lip. And so I will drink out of it. And so here's to you, girl. Here's to you. It's full too. Look, it's full. There's a big cup and it's full. And I'm going to drink it all. Okay. A little at a time because it's hot. All right. Chapter what? Chapter 5. Chapter 5. A little bit of a long chapter, but it's not a bad thing. It says, after this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool, which is called in Hebrew Bethesda, or Bethesda. Bethesda, say it right. Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of sick people, blind, lame, paralyzed, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first, after the stirring of the water, was made well of whatever disease he had. Now a certain man was there, who had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there, and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, he said to him, do you want to be made well? The sick man answered him, Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. But while I am coming, another steps down before me. Jesus said to him, Rise, take up your bed and walk. And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed and walked. And that day was the Sabbath. The Jews therefore said to him, who was cured, it is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your bed. He answered them, He who made me well said to me, Take up your bed and walk. And then they asked him, Who is the man who said to you, Take up your bed and walk? But the one who was healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had withdrawn, a multitude being in that place. Afterward, Jesus found him in the temple and said to him, See, you have been made well. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come upon you. The man departed and told the Jews that it was Jesus who had made him well. For this reason, the Jews persecuted Jesus and sought to kill him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath. But Jesus answered them, My Father has been working until now, and I have been working. Therefore the Jews sought all the more to kill him, because he not only broke the Sabbath, but also said that God was his Father, making himself equal with God. Then Jesus answered and said to them, Most assuredly I say to you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he sees the Father do. For whatever he does, the Son also does in like manner. For the Father loves the Son, and shows him all things that he himself does, and he will show him greater works than these, that you may marvel. For as the Father raises the dead and gives life to them, even so the Son gives life to whom he will. For the Father judges no one, but has committed all judgment to the Son, that all should honor the Son, just as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. Most assuredly I say to you, he who hears the word and believes in him who sent me has everlasting life, and shall not come into judgment, but is passed from death to life. Most assuredly I say to you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. For as the Father has life in himself, so he has granted the Son to have life in himself, and has given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the Son of Man. Do not marvel at this, for the hour is coming in which all who are in the graves will hear his voice and come forth. Those who have done good, to the resurrection of life, and those who have done evil, to the resurrection of condemnation. I can of myself do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is righteous, because I do not seek my own, but the will of the Father who sent me. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. Therefore is another who bears witness of me, and I know that the witness which he witnesses of me is true. Do you know that's your testimony? Just saying. You have sent to John, and he has borne witness to the truth. Yet I do not receive testimony from man, but I say these things that you may be saved. He was the burning and shining lamp, and you were willing for a time to rejoice in his light. But I have a greater witness than John's, for the works which the Father has given me to finish, the very works that I do, bear witness of me that the Father has sent me. And the Father himself, who sent me, has testified of me. You have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his form. But you do not have his word abiding in you, because whom he sent, him you do not believe. You search the Scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and these are they which testify of me. But you are not willing to come to me, that you may have life. I do not receive honor from men, but I know you, that you do not have the love of God in you. I have come in my Father's name, and you do not receive me. If another comes in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe who receive honor from one another, and do not seek the honor that comes from the only God? Do not think that I shall accuse you to the Father. There is one who accuses you, Moses, in whom you trust. For if you believe Moses, you would believe me, for he wrote about me. But if you do not believe his writings, how will you believe my words? All right, our devotion is coming from verses 5 and 6. And it says, find 5 and 6 here. Now a certain man was there who had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him laying there and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, he said to him, Do you want to be made well? It says, if we look to people for our primary source of help, we can miss what God desires to do. Jesus asked this lame man one question, Do you want to be made well? But the lame man replied to Jesus, saying, I have no man to help me. Where you put your trust at, right? In men or in God? What is your response when Jesus asks you, Do you want me to move in the miraculous in and through your life? Do you want to see me work in ways that you never even thought were possible? We will perpetually be a lame person if we look to what man might do when God is saying, I will help you. Don't be lame. If you do not want to stay in the condition that you are in now, then obey him. When Jesus says, stand up and walk with me, take his hand and do so as he commands. To get over your lameness, believe in God. Step out in faith and see the great things God has in store for you. Very nice. This one is Brennan Beeler from the Regenerate Church in Orange County, California. Hey, anytime we expect people to make things happen, we're making them God. We're making them our God. We're not making them God. We're making them our God. Those little gods. Right? We can tend to do it. We can tend to do it with our parents. We can tend to do it with our spouses. We can tend to do it with our children, with our friends, with our government. Right? Right. That gives me chills for the love he has for us. We have everlasting life. Yes. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're in the snow area. Yeah, lots of snow. Have influenza A plus severe UTI. This flu is not good. A lot of people are getting the flu. Thank you, Colleen. It's pretty, and it's green. It's a minty green. It's very pretty. Okay, let's see. It's like we're having coffee together. Okay. Yes. I will tell you, it's still only 28 degrees here. We're very cold. What did you get? You're always finding something that you're not supposed to have. Stop it. You're a bad baby. Stop it. You have like a whole bucket of toys. Go play with them. Okay, today is January 8th. That dog, man, she's always getting into stuff. We have a blender, and we're inspired by microbiology, this side right here. We have a blender and inspired by microbiology, and you see this thing right here? Pretty crazy when they show you the structure of things that are in our bodies. It says, imagine finding a very large bullfrog hopping through your backyard. Biochemists tell us that this frog contains hundreds of thousands of complex chemicals. Thus, all the parts needed for life are contained within its body. So what will happen if we drop the bullfrog into a kitchen blender and add lots of energy by blending it? Ew. Will a new form of life develop since all the parts are present? We may create a frog smoothie, but we will never create a new form of life. Even if you take the frog smoothie and add other forms of energy by microwaving, baking, or electrocuting, this is gross. You are only going to end up with a frog smoothie, not some new form of life. Gross. We could continue adding various forms of energy for millions of years. Still, no new form of life will ever develop. It's not enough to have the correct parts for life. These parts must also be arranged in a perfect sequence, in all the correct place. A perfect sequence in all the correct place. Yet life is more than just having the correct sequence. What makes life? Science textbooks can describe the mechanisms of how life operates, but not how life came about. If our bullfrog was dead, how would it become alive again? All the parts are present, but life is missing. Life is not within our grasp to understand. We cannot restore life to the dead bullfrog, let alone create life in a blender. The Bible tells us that God created life. He is the source of all life. It's gross, but I like it. Psalm 104:30a says, Thou sendest forth thy spirit, and they are created. They are created, not and, but they are created. I'm liking this beautiful bumblebee. Yesterday's was very pretty. I hope you're reading the fill-in days, y'all. I hope you're reading them. Has anybody put their book on the coffee table? And has anybody had any company pick the book up out of curiosity? Has anybody done that? Or at least she brings it to you. Yeah, she tears it up in front of me. Yeah. She's rubbing it in there. She's bad. Just like kids make a mess all day long in front of you and you have to go around cleaning it up. Good morning, Miss April. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm just making sure I don't miss any of you guys popping in. I'm extra slurpy today. All right. Psalms. On to the Psalms where we're at. I missed you guys on Thursday. And then my appointment ended up being later instead of earlier. And I actually could have been here. So I tried to put all my appointments on Friday. So I don't have to miss any days. So I scheduled ahead of time for my appointment. And so that way, I do it on Fridays when I'm not live. Okay, the first one I didn't get a pick. Whew. Okay, here we go. I'm a little yawny too. I told you she was related to Godzilla. More and more, we should have just called her that. She's a little crazy. She's a little one. She's the youngest one, but she takes over. She rules Dixie. She was supposed to be her shadow, but Dixie roughed her up in the beginning, and now she just like living in that. She's rough. She's a little terrorist. Okay, let's see. They should be there. They should be. I'm going to tell you, though, when things get sent media mail, it's not quick. I prefer the G rate over the media mail, but it does save you a few dollars on the shipping. So sometimes. It just depends on where you're at, I guess, and the size of the box or whatever. I don't know exactly what. Sometimes media mail is cheaper and other times it's not. So I'm not sure what dictates that. But I can tell you. So they should be in transit. I mean, unless they're dragging their feet on shipping it. That's the bummer part, that you don't really get to control any of that. Okay, put that there. All right, let's get back to it. We're in Psalms chapter 86 today. Psalms 86. Look at Wing. She knows where we're at. Psalms 86. And it says, prayer for mercy with meditation on the excellencies of the Lord. So it says a prayer of David. So this was actually a prayer, not a song written by one of the other people that were writing down the songs. But this one was an actual prayer of David. It says, bow down your ear, O Lord, hear me, for I am poor and needy. Preserve my life, for I am holy. You are my God. Save your servant who trusts in you. Be merciful to me, O Lord, for I cry to you all day long. Rejoice the soul of your servant, for you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. For you, Lord, are good and ready to forgive, and abundant in mercy to all those who call upon you. Give ear, O Lord, to my prayer, and attend to the voice of my supplications. In the day of my trouble I will call upon you, for you will answer me. Among the gods there is none like you, O Lord, none, nor are there any works like your works. All nations whom you have made shall come and worship before you, O Lord, and shall glorify your name. For you are great and do wondrous things. You alone are God. Teach me your way, O Lord. See, who is your teacher? Who's your teacher, right? Teach me your way, O Lord. I will walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name. I will praise you, O Lord my God, with all my heart, and I will glorify your name forevermore. For great is your mercy toward me, and you have delivered my soul from the depths of Sheol. O God, the proud have risen against me, and a mob of violent men have sought my life, and have not set you before them. But you, O Lord, oh my gosh. But you, O Lord, I can't read all of a sudden. But you, O Lord, are a God full of compassion and gracious, long-suffering, and abundant in mercy and truth. O turn to me and have mercy on me. Give your strength to your servant, and save the son of your maidservant. Show me a sign for good, that those who hate me may see it and be ashamed, because you, Lord, have helped me and comforted me. Have you ever noticed there's some times where David, when he asked the Lord to pay back the enemies and break their teeth and give them what they have coming and all that stuff, you can tell that he's coming from a place of sincerity with his emotion, right? And then you see like this one right here, where he's coming from a place of, he's asking for mercy, right? He's asking for mercy. And he still says, let it be known to my enemy, right? Let them be ashamed. See, now he's not asking, he's coming from a place of mercy. He needs mercy, so he's not asking for that hard response for his enemies. Now he's saying, let them be ashamed. Let them be ashamed. Because a lot of times we want people to pay, right? Rather than let them realize who they are, right? That's probably a better way to pray for people that persecute us, whether it's a relationship and people are just ornery, or someone that's just really out to get you. You don't, and a lot of it's because they can see Jesus in you. They know that you're different, and they don't like it because it's contrary to them, right? So it provokes them. You don't even have to say a word. You could just stand there and just your presence irritates them. But a good way to pray for them is, those that hate me may see it and be ashamed, right? Show me a sign for good, that those who hate me may see it and be ashamed, because you, Lord, have helped me and comforted me. I think that helps us to get better perspective how to pray for people that are hard to be around. Hard to be around. Okay, let's see. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning. Miss Deborah will be back later on today with me today, so you can check her out if you want to come back. That'll be awesome. I hope you're having a good morning, Deborah. Let's see. I'm back. Doctor's office called, set up infusion tests. I'm glad you got the call, girl. I hope that they do really well in your body. Yes. Miss Heather, good morning. Good morning. Let's see, what do we got here? I'm all caught up. All hellos. I'm sorry I missed your live, Heather. I went extra long on my live, but I did go back and peek through your live, and I had to see if you had anything I wanted. I'm trying to restrain myself right now because I bought a lot of Christmas, and it was just because there was some things I wanted to get my daughters for Christmas just to help them in their homes. And so I did spend a little more than I planned on spending. So now I'm trying to restrain my spending and be very intentional with my buying. So I'm not just out there gathering for myself. But yeah, so. But I did peek through there. And I was able to restrain myself. You did have a cream and sugar. I think it was yellow. Or was it peach? Anyways, I saw a cream and sugar set, and I was like, it's beautiful, but I don't need it. Let somebody else love it. Anyways, okay, so there's that one. And then on to our Proverbs. We're going to get our soap. I know I need lots of soap, extra foamy today. I woke up with a little a chip on my shoulder, I guess you could say. Eric has decided to not take the allergy medicine. He's doing the inhaler for his lungs, but he's not taking the allergy medicine, and he needs to be taking one. But he doesn't like the way it makes him feel, and so he's not taking it. And so he's snoring at night, which I usually can get past the snoring. I'll deal with it because I usually catch a little bit of sleep in the morning time when he's up. You know, that little 45 minutes is a nice power hour for me. But when he's not taking the allergy medicine, he snores. And then when he gets up, he's very sniffly, and it just echoes. It's like it's on a speaker, and I can't get that 45-minute power hour. And so I got up with a grudge, like, "Rrr." He says, "Did I keep you up?" I was like, I just didn't say anything so that I don't have to eat my words. I was like, "Rrr." So I need extra soap today. I need extra because I don't want to complain at him. You know, it's an issue. But he could help the issue. He just has to tell the doctor he needs a different medicine. He's stubborn. He doesn't want to take anything. He's like me. I can't say anything because we're both very similar on that. We're very, very hard-headed. We don't want to take stuff. So you're a peaker. I was a peaker, but it was after hours. I was peaking after hours. That don't sound very good. But yes, I was a peaker. Good girl. Get a nice, fresh, hot cup. Yes. Yes. Be safe on the road, girl. Take a little extra time, right? What does my cup say? My cup says, pray, wait, and trust. This is the hard part. This takes humility. This takes long suffering. And this is your faith, right? Because you have to trust. You have to believe that God's going to work on your behalf. And a lot of times this right here pushes us to do this. And then in that process, we have to do this. So I like the reminder. Yeah. You could twist those a lot of different ways and it still will be very important and make a lot of sense. Okay, today is the 8th. The day is the 8th. Okay, we're going to be reading Proverbs chapter 8. He sounds like he's a... No. So what it is, Colleen, with him, we know what it is. Excuse me. He doesn't have a problem with that. What it is he has allergies, okay? And his are flared. He already has allergies to weeds. So we had him tested. And he's allergic to the weeds that we live around, okay? The only way that he won't have allergies is if we go somewhere that doesn't have the weeds that he's allergic to. But I guess eventually all the things that I've been looking at is, say we move, let's just say it's Arizona. It has to be hot and dry because the moisture affects him. So he can't have humidity. And so let's just say we found a place in Arizona and, you know, their ground is different. Their things are different. So let's just say there's no weeds there and we live there. Eventually his body is going to want to develop an allergy to the weeds that are there. It's just pollen related. So anyways, he's allergic to the weeds in our area. So it's not the trees. It's not the grass. He's not allergic to grass. He thought he was allergic to grass. It's not the grass. It's the weeds that mingle themselves in with the grass that he's allergic to. So the allergies affect the sinus, okay? The contaminants that he works around, his work is a lot of a factor as well. He's got a couple things working against him. Already has allergies. 2, he works with contaminants, which is like any kind of thing that they do that creates dust goes into the nose, festers. So what has happened is he's got polyps in his nose. Okay, he's got them in there. We've known he's had these for a bit. But what happens is when he takes the allergy medication, they shrink, right? They shrink up. They're not as irritated. They don't bog up the canal, right? It's like they swell up. How would you say? It's like you're taking a snowball and rolling it, and so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The same thing happens with the polyps, right? He's not taking the allergy medicine, so they start to get a little bit inflamed, and then every contaminant makes it get more and more and more. So that's what he's got. So he can get them removed. He's waiting because this big project that we got has like knocked him backwards on funds. So we're waiting until that's all done, and then and he can kind of like recoup. He hasn't been selling anything, and so usually that's his like how would you call it? His nest egg, I guess you could call it. His for things that he needs to cover. He usually buys things and sells things, and then he accumulates that. Probably has to accumulate a couple $1,000s, and then he can go get the polyps taken out. But he's not in no hurry, because I had this thought come to me the other day that he's not going to like getting the procedure done. I already know he's not. Okay. The nose is a very tender place, and so the one time they put a camera up his nose, they were a little rough on it, and he's like he's very hesitant now to let them do anything with his nose. So anyways, so that's what all the noise that he creates when I'm trying to sleep is from. So yeah, not CPAP. He's got all the things, and so he's good with that one. But it could be for somebody else, definitely. Okay, weight is always the hardest. It is the hardest. It is. I have to sell my RV, which I'm super sad about, but my lease is up on my car and I need money. Oh, girl, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But look at it this way. If that helps you to be responsible and get out of debt for your car, that could be a good move and less burden on your shoulders. And at first, it's sad when we have to part with things, but then afterward, we feel very free, right? We feel very free. We're like, what was I holding on to that so tightly for, you know? And if it's something that is beneficial for you, the Lord will give it back to you. Yes, all three. Exactly, Wing. Exactly. Right? Oh, happy birthday, Riker. Is he in the room, Selena? Is he in the room? So I'll play the birthday song if he's in the room. Sorry to hear that, Heather. Yes. 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 Okay, let's see. And lots of happy birthdays. Lots of happy birthdays. Yeah, his is Paul. We've known about it for about 4-5 years. Yeah, about 4 or 5 years we've known about it. But when he was doing the golf carts, the smelling of those paint fumes just made everything overflow. That took him out. That's what put him where he was at. I'm praying to get enough to buy a car outright. Yes. Yes. That's a good goal. That's a very good goal. Yes. Praying happy birthday, Riker. Yeah, feel very free about it. Is Riker in the room, Selena? Is he in the room? Everybody's saying happy birthday. Happy birthday, Riker. Happy birthday. If he's in the room, let me know and we'll play it. All right, I'm going to highlight this other comment back up here, right there. So that's where we're at right now. Sarita says, happy birthday, Riker. April Durden says, happy birthday, Riker. Lisa D says, happy birthday, Riker. And Colleen says, happy birthday, Riker. Lots of happy birthdays. Whoop, whoop. Wing says, happy birthday, Riker. And Hockey says, happy birthday, Riker. Lots of birthday blessings. Yay. Okay. 8. Good morning, Cool Ranch. Sorry I'm late. I need some extra winks. Girl, I'm right there with you. I hear you. Never apologize for getting rest when you need it. But good morning. You're just in time for some soap. See, you woke up and you can wash your face with some soap. Just kidding. Okay. It says, does not wisdom cry out and understanding lift up her voice? She takes her stand on the top of a high hill. You know what? Real quick, I want to point this out because I don't know if you guys get this, but I really get this. And every time I read this, the Lord reaffirms it with me. Do you see how the Lord compares wisdom to a feminine. Do you know that the feminine is very women were created with a nurturing, right? We're nurturing, we're softer, we're not as harsh or abrasive or firm as the male is, right? We have that softer, tender side to us. Do you see that is understanding and wisdom is also supposed to be nurturing, right? We guide with it, nurturing and tender and not overbearing. I don't know if that's ever stuck out to y'all, but like I said, when I'm reading, I'm going to share the things that stick out to me. Let's see. And Kathy Sweet says, "Happy birthday, Riker." Sorry, it caught my eye. I missed that line in heaven. Not all unfortunate. No, there. I will tell you, some lack it. A lot of it's from maybe their own choice. Maybe they're just hateful inside. Okay, but for the most part, they're going against God in their nature. Like they're deciding to be ugly in their own nature. They're making choices to treat people poorly. For the most part, God has created woman to be the nurturer and provided man to be the protector, right? The hunter, the protector, the one that gives guidance, the stern guidance, right? And the woman was created to be the one who nurtures and gives guidance with tenderness, right? She buffers that. That is the natural way that God created man and woman. And over time and sin riddling everything, it has gotten convoluted, definitely. But for the most part, like when even in scripture, if you read that, when it's referring to she takes her stand on the housetop with a high heel, beside the way where the paths meet, it's showing that she's very, God also gave woman the ability to be very organized, right? Very organized because she has to handle the household. And so we're very, we think things through. All right. Anyways, okay. She cries out by the gates at the entry of the city, at the entrance of the doors. To you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O you simple ones, understand prudence, and you fools, be of an understanding heart. Listen, for I will speak of excellent things, and from the opening of my lips will come right things. For my mouth will speak truth. Wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are with righteousness. Nothing crooked or perverse is in them. They are all plain to him who understands, and right to those who find knowledge. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things one may desire cannot be compared with her. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogance and the evil way, and the perverse mouth I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me kings reign, and rulers decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, all the judges of the earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I traverse the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasuries. The Lord possessed me at the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I have been established from everlasting, from the beginning, before there was ever an earth. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains, abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills, I was brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth or the fields, or the primal dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he assigned to the sea its limit, so that the waters would not transgress his command, when he marked out the foundations of the earth. Then I was beside him as a master craftsman, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in his inhabited world, and my delight was in the sons of men. Now therefore listen to me, my children, for blessed are those who keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and do not disdain it. Blessed is the man who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. For whoever finds me finds life, and obtains favor from the Lord. But he who sins against me wrongs his own soul, and those who hate me love death. And I have to say, I don't know if you've ever picked up this comparison as well, but Jesus is wisdom. Jesus is wisdom. He was with God from the beginning, and everything described here is a description of Jesus. Everything described there is a description of Jesus. So he embodies both. I don't know if this is going to be too weird for you to think about, but he embodies both. He embodies the authority. He embodies the authority, right? And he also embodies the tenderness, right? And so the two are one. And that's like when we get to be with the Lord in heaven, we will be complete. He will make us complete. And that's why we don't have marriage in heaven, right? He becomes that completeness for us. Where here we feel incomplete all alone, right? So we marry and we become one with our partner so that we feel complete, like two halves make a whole, right? You have the feminine and the what's the opposite of feminine? The male and the female, the attributes, okay? The attributes. I'm not talking about the weird crap that the world is talking about nowadays. I'm not trying to wad all that up. I'm not. I'm just trying to get you to see that God has a tender side to him, and Jesus embodied that tenderness in grace, I guess is the best way to word it. I hope masculine. Thank you, Wing. Thank you. Did I mess that up for anybody? I hope I didn't mess that up for anybody. But when it refers to wisdom, it's giving these attributes to wisdom. And so wisdom isn't meant to be harsh. It's meant to be nurturing. It's meant to give guidance. And it's meant to do it in a very, how would you say? It can be very direct, but at the same time, very tender. If the Lord has ever convicted you of something, he's ever put his finger on something, and you're just like, oh, he didn't whoop me. Like, he didn't whoop me. He just so gently put his finger on my shoulder like, you know what you're doing right now is not a good thing. Like, you get that conviction. He's very tender with it. It's not like he's like shoves you against the wall and says, look here, stupid. You're doing this thing again. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to express. Did it make sense? Okay, cool. Because sometimes I feel like I just go. But I really wanted to share that because wisdom, we always think of this like learning in school. It's very hard. It's very difficult. And God doesn't make stuff difficult and hard. We do, but he doesn't. He says that faith, it should be something even a child will grasp, right? We're supposed to have faith like a child. That means children can understand it. My grandbabies, I can tell you from an early age, they understood who Jesus is, who God is, and that Jesus needs to live in their heart because we all do things that are wrong and we need forgiveness for them. And so at a very young age, they understand that. And so faith like a child, right? All right. I have time to chit chat for 4 minutes. Okay. So thank you again. If you are new here and you're listening in the background, welcome in. I do stream this on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So whether you're joining on Facebook side or you're joining on the YouTube side, welcome in and welcome back if you've always been here or you've been here before. I do this Monday through Thursday. I share my coffee and devotions with you. Open up with prayer, but because I have to keep my time to an hour, prayers are written down and prayed for you separately. I'm not going to do how I was doing prior. It was becoming very overwhelming and very it was drawing out the morning time, and I was being bombarded. Let's just put it that way. I have been I feel this, that I have been led to just share my morning time with you, and not to let it become things that everybody else wants it to be. Those are things that can be imparted by other people, and you guys all can gather together in prayer. And I just hope that each one of you exercises the gifts that God has given you in the way He has given it to you and called you to use them. So if you have a prayer journal and you jot down people's concerns and requests out of the chat, that is a beautiful thing. And thank you for praying for one another, because it's huge. And so that's how I have to do it. I can't do all of them on here, but just know that you are being prayed for. I know it always sounds like I'm trying to smooth something over, but I just have to make sure that it's understood, because I don't want someone to feel offended, like I don't think that they're important, because every one of them are. Got you. See? And that's good. That's good. Good morning, Lisa Jenkins. You are late. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, I think I missed something, but I'm not going to put that on the screen. I sent yes. I will look for it. I'm going to get a bag and tissue paper and put all of the things that you sent in. I'm going to package them pretty for her and put it on the fireplace with all the other gifts so that she can open them. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm not going to take them out of their individual wrappers. Oh my gosh, I choked on my spit. Hey, Gigs, good morning. But I will tell you, dang it. I will tell you, I put everything in a bag and sealed it up so I could keep it all together. And then I planned on getting a big gift bag and then wrapping them in the tissue paper and then putting them all in there so she can open it at the shower. So, yes. And Selena, the little bear, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do a little video and I'll show you what I did with what, because I bought things from several people. Heather, I got something from Heather. I got something from Susie, Dragonfly. I got something from her. I'm trying to remember who I got some of the things from. I got a baby booty from somebody. I should have marked it and I didn't. But I did source a lot of things from different sellers, and because I wanted to have a little bit of an old-fashioned flair to what I was doing. And so Selena, she's going to know that yours is a gift, but I also used it by Izzy's name. And so that's what I was working on this morning, was staging it, getting it to where I can see it, and then I'll put it all together. So your little bear will be part of the staging. Yes. No, I did not. I did not tell her. If you got it off of the thing, off of the, the registry, I think she'll know that it was gotten. I don't know if it tells her who got it. I don't know how that works. I've never done a registry. I know people always say, did you register? No, I didn't register. Well, why didn't you? I just don't want to do that. But I think it tells her that somebody got it, because then I think it makes it unavailable for others to get her the same thing. But I don't know how it all works. Little girl, Cool Ranch, Izzy Ray is her name. And they moved her due date up a little bit. So she's looking more towards, she's thinking it's going to be in February. So baby is 3 pounds as of, I didn't see her last week. The week before, she was 3 pounds. Yeah, Izzy Ray. Yes, Wing. Just like that. Izzy Ray. So I'm still setting stuff up. Hopefully tonight I'll have everything set that I can give you guys a look at the what I set where. And then I'll do another one because I'm going to make a grazing table. That's what I decided to provide for food. And so I'm going to do a really, in my mind, it's beautiful. Let's see how it comes out. I've done a charcuterie board before, but this is like grand scale. And so it's considered a grazing table. And so I'm going to do a grazing table. And so I'm excited. I like to do that stuff. It lets my creativity go and I love it. And so, but this is the first time I've done it like large and then incorporating the baby shower elements into it as well. So I'm excited. I got a lot of new items. I did my own shopping. Okay. And I told Eric, I said, look, there's some things that we buy and we throw away, and we buy them and we throw them away, and we buy them and we throw them away, right? And some things it's like, why do I buy that for hosting, like, and then get the ones that are throwaways and have to throw it away and then buy it again? Why not just buy ones that I can wash, right? And reuse them. So instead of buying throwaways, I bought some reusable items, and so I can use them time and time again, which is fabulous because then I'm actually saving money in the long run. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Shelby is my daughter. Have it on March 1st. You just never know, Colleen. You just never know because her due date was March. She changed it on me. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to remember no dates. I'm just going to be excited when she gets here. So you just never know. She's thinking February, and February makes more sense to me because I know that I know what was going on for it to be around that time. Does that make sense? So anyhow, did I miss anything? Okay, let me catch up here. She is lucky one to have you. Aw, thanks, Gigs. I've thrown all my girls as baby showers. I've thrown all the baby showers for my grandbabies. So yeah, I've done all of them. Wait. Yeah, even the twins. Nita came to town and I did the ones for the twins. I made cakes that look like mustaches. And that was the one for theirs. Oh, I thank you, Gigs. I know what you meant. When is the shower again? I thought you were waiting. Okay, so let me clear it up real quick. Her physical baby shower here is this Saturday. We moved it from last Saturday. I had to bump it because I'm not doing it up at the clubhouse or the restaurant. I'm going to do it right here in my home. The money I was going to put out for that, it's very tight on the food. And I was just like, all these people might come and to just give them half a sandwich and a cup of soup. And that's it pretty much. And a slice of cake. I was like, I don't know. I just didn't know and then had to buy all the individual drinks. And so I was like, I just wasn't good with my money going that way. So I decided to do it here at the home, and I can make all the drinks. I can have all the drinks that I want to have. If they want a coffee with espresso, I can make that. Over there, everything is like overpriced, and I just don't want to do that. And here I can put the food out, and it's going to be more choice and just a lot more for the bang for the buck. And so that's why I changed it. But it's this Saturday here. Now, for you guys, Shelby didn't want to do another baby shower before the baby because she's got another one that she has to do with Mark's family. And that one's more difficult because they're making it a whole, like a family baby shower. Co-ed. They're calling it a co-ed, which I don't know if they're going to have kids there or not, but it's co-ed. I don't do co-ed. I am not going to a co-ed baby shower. That's just me. You decide for yourself, but I don't do co-ed baby showers. I don't like them. I don't think they're right, but whatever. And it's not a party. It's a baby shower. Have a barbecue. Call it a barbecue, but don't turn a baby shower into a party. I just I've never understood that. Anyways, so there's all this pressure from that end because somebody's doing it and has never done a baby shower before. There's another person that's offering unasked for input, and so she's got a lot of stress over there. So she's like, Mom, can we not do one online? Can we do it after the baby comes so she can show you guys the baby? She can sit here with the baby, and then we can kind of play some games or whatever. We'll do that so that everybody can see the baby. So that's what we're going to do. I don't have a date for that. It will be after the baby comes. She'll probably be like a month old. We'll probably do it when she's about a month old, maybe a couple weeks, but just depends on how much she's getting out with her. Yeah, just saying. I threw a baby showers also. Yes, I love doing it. I love doing it. It'll be more heartfelt and done. Yes, exactly. Yeah, not so cold, huh? Yeah, because I mean it's awesome. They put all the linens out, and that's awesome. But it's kind of like cold as well. It's not so homey, cozy, like loving. Yeah, better at home. Yeah. So that's where we're at with that. I did that with my second baby. We called it a welcoming party. There you go. Yes. Thank you, Heather. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it a welcoming party. We'll call it a welcoming party. You guys will get to meet baby Izzy. And I'll have some games that you guys, I already was trying to think of the ones that I did for here, how to tweak them. And so I'll tweak them. But I will do a video and show you what I've been working on. So I think that would be cool so that you guys could see all the little, it's not overly decorated, all like paper decorations and balloons and all that. I don't do all that. To me, that's money going into the trash. I didn't do any trash decorations. A few, but not much. Mine are mostly like decorative type things that can actually be kept. She can take them home. She can put them in the baby's room. Or if she doesn't want them, I'll keep them and I'll resell them. So it's not like anybody's out money and it's all going in the garbage. There's Miss Nancy. Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, so that's what I've done. That's what I've done. Heather, which one did I get from you? Did I get the baby lamb? Was it a baby lamb that I got from you? I don't think I got the lamb from you. I think I got that from Susie. I'm trying to remember which one I got from you. I love the diaper cakes, etc. Yeah, so the cake, I got a pink bear. Oh, yes, it's the bear. So the bear, so what I did was like on my end tables, I put the little thing, I put some little flowers on the doily. I got the doilies from you as well. So I used pink doilies and some yellow doilies. Those were the ones that I used. So, and then I will resell all of those doilies. So, so I bought them for that, and then I will resell them. So again, instead of throwing stuff in the trash, paper goods, throwing them in the trash, I'm going to reuse them. So that was the whole point. Okay, I got you now. My little baby gift will be surely done by then, but I panicked a little when you said this week. Okay, yes. Oh yeah, if you want to do it for the welcome home, we can do that. That would be cool. That would be cool. Because I won't decorate too much for that because it'll just be right here in the little room. And so yeah, I wouldn't decorate for that. So that would be cool ranch. I can pull that. It's over here. There. I have a stainless steel table. See it right there? It's on wheels. I can pull that and kind of set it up to where it can be seen right over here and put it like a little decoration. And then little games and things like that. We can play little games. anyways, I love baby showers because it's just a fun way to invest in a little one. You invest in a little one. And so, yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing. Does Izzy get her own cubby? If I can fit her in there. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go. I will be back later on this afternoon at noon. Miss Deborah from Timeless Jewels will be joining me. So if you want to come back and check out, you never know what either one of us will have. I never know what Deborah's going to bring. She'll probably bring some jewelry, and she likes to bring other things as well. I don't know. It's always a surprise. So please come back and check that out. And I will see you back here tomorrow. So you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to share a scripture with somebody. It's the most important thing you could do. And I will see you all tomorrow if I don't see you later. Bye, everyone.